people in, last time it was 2018.
Ooh,
I was
yes.
in college and I was in a terrible relationship that was kind of depleting all of my energy at the time.
Oh, no.
So where I'm at now is I just exited homelessness last December, and that's been beautiful. It took me a very short period of time in my homelessness. I stayed at Joseph's House in Camden for a couple months and worked 6 days at ShopRite to kind of get through not having anywhere to go during the day. So that was kind of really beautiful because I was able to kind of afford my lifestyle at the time, which was smoking every day, working literally 40, 50, 60 hours a week, and having to be outside from pretty much 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. during the day. So that was a struggle for a few months, but we thrive, we survive, and we do things. I turned 30 this year. I got to see my dad September 20th. After not being in America for 20 years, he was deported when I was a kid, so I haven't had my dad my whole entire life. And it's like everything is, I turned 30 and then everything just starts to just, come through. I have my mom and my dad, I have everybody by my side, everything that I need. I have a new herbal brand that I have, they're called Herbal Dream Rolls, specializing in mugwort, lavender, chamomile mixes for people that don't want to smoke marijuana anymore. I want to give them an opportunity to kind of get their dreams back and also give them an opportunity to try something different and honestly also mix with their weed so that way they can experience their dreams on top of everything. So this is like 2 years in the making. I've been working on this for 2 years. I've been doing like night markets, like on the like sneak tip, just doing things just to get things on the roll. And I had my first huge event September 20th in Atlantic City called 48 Blocks Festival. It was the first ever one, so thank you. My best friend Tina, she ran the event, so I was able to kind of get in and be able to really be blessed, to be honest. And I was able to bring mugwort tea fresh that I brewed that morning to them, so that way people can try that. And it was a very beautiful experience for me because it's like I've been doing this for 2 years and I've been giving Tina like a whole bunch of mugwort, and she's like, I know what you're doing, so it's like it's beautiful for everything to come to me having a herbal brand, and it's actually like it's legit. And I'm working on getting THCA to make it even more legal on the federal level, so that way I can sell in all 50 states. So I'm working on a website right now, and I'm working like 50 something hours at Starbucks. So I'm pretty busy all the time right now. So I'm not doing as much work on my website as I would like, but I'm perfectly okay with that. And I'm all right with just everything right now and just working because that's money. I'm securing the bag so that way I got money so I can go get more herbs, So yeah, so I wrote like a little bit of something, just kind of just a little roundabout. But the first thing I do want to start off with saying to you guys, so that way you kind of understand where I'm going with this, is I searched for myself and I only found God, and I searched for God and only found myself. And I want to just say that it's like really truly like the journey of just getting to where you have to go in life. And I think I'm pretty aggressive with my goals and everything that I do. So I'm pretty advanced in a lot of my spiritual practices and a lot of my spiritual things. So I just want to say, like, if you guys do have, questions about your journey along the way, I am here as a guiding light and as also somebody who can be very transparent with you about the real life of just going through it. And like, I've done it all. I've been in $400 apartments. I've been in $400 hotels at night, and I've done it all. Like I've been everywhere. I've slept next to crackheads, and gave them my last. You know what I mean? So it's like I've been everywhere. I've done everything, and I'm just trying to figure it out every day, doing my thing, working. I get to see my dad now. Like, I really can't ask for much, But something I wanted to share with you guys is I slept on the Atlantic City beach for 3 months in summer 2021. And if you go on my Instagram, I just shared like where exactly I slept. just to get like a visual representation of it. And to me, it's like it's a beautiful thing to think about that and go back there all the time because it's like I slept there consistently for 3 months, unbothered. People walk by, they bother me, but it wasn't messing with me, The beach got different rules, So, but it was just a very, very beautiful experience. Listening to the ocean every night, and actually, Bree Teller. I don't know if you guys ever heard of her. She was on American Idol a couple of years, but she used to sing me to sleep, literally till midnight, and it was just like a crazy experience, having that and being able to because at the time I didn't really want to talk to anybody. I got rid of my phone. I didn't want to talk to my mom. I didn't want to talk to anybody, and I just needed to just kind of sit and think about a lot of things, understand commitment, understand what the things that I needed to do, where I wanted to go, how I wanted to be, and I'm about to be 30. Like a lot of things are about to change, in my life, and yeah, I'm just now getting here, but all of that stuff needed to happen so that way I can be here and say to all of you guys, like, I did it, like, you know what I mean? Like, we all gotta get through this stuff, we gotta get through this stuff together, and we don't really know until we go through it. I was just telling a story today about, I did an art piece in the middle of 541. You guys know how 541, how the cops are in Brunswick County, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but the cops are pretty hot on the block in Brunswick County. So I was in the middle of psychosis. and I was literally just pushing a cart full of just random art things, tree branches, just random things I was finding on my journey. And I made like a little installation, and the cops pulled up in the middle of like all of that. And I recorded them, and he's like, show them your art. And I'm just like, this video got 700 views today. And it's like, it hasn't been up that long, but it's like, this is really my journey. And people are like, this really happened to you? Like, I'm just like, yeah, like, this is kind of my life. Like, like, I physically fought the NYPD. I've done like, I've done crazy things, I've had the entire hotel electricity cut off because they wanted to get me out of a hotel room. Like, I've had the craziest things happen in New York. And I talk about that not to glamorize it, but just to educate you guys on mental health, because it's real. And in that moment, I didn't know what was going on. I was physically there, but I didn't know what was going on. And I can say to this day now, like, yeah, I was pretty bad shit crazy in the moment, but I learned from that. I take my medicine every month. I do what I have to do as a part of it, and I get to enjoy myself. I get to smoke as much weed as I want because I do what I'm supposed to do every day. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and it's not about that, but for someone who struggles daily with just addiction and a whole bunch of other things, it's like we have to educate ourselves on ourselves and the people that we're around, and the energy that we keep around ourselves. So, but yeah, I just wanted to share who I am, and I also want to say too, my name's Michaela. Everybody's so, oh my God. I go by Cusco because that's, to me, where I'm at in my life. I'm at the next phase of my life. I'm not saying Michaela is gone, but who I was when I was that person is gone, And that's a part of rebirth, that's a part of changing, it's a part of moving on and getting on to the next parts of your life. And a lot of people aren't used to that. And I'm here to tell you, like, I change every 2 weeks, every 3 days, every 1 month, every time I get a haircut, every time, so it's like, I just want, for me to have, like, I have much freedom and fluidity with myself. Like, I want people to have that with themselves, so that way we can kind of coexist in a world where we don't have to keep explaining ourselves and misunderstanding each other because we don't get, what somebody does, So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. So, thank you.